Peace and love, family. How y'all feeling today? Y'all, I went to this Memphis vegan festival today. And, you know, I ended up getting there like around 3 o'clock and it started at 11 and it ended at 6, so whatever, you know. But I went out there with my friends, and long story short, you know, we were walking around just checking out the different vendors and the different booths of like people selling food or jewelry or clothes or just like herbs and all this cool stuff. And it was this one vegan truck. It was called the Vegan Pimp of Memphis. I wanted to get some food from there, but we stood in line. They took our order, and then the guy came back and said, oh, we're kind of done with the food. Like either they ran out of food or they just about to close everything down or whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever. So we ended up going to this other truck. It was called something with the word Smurfs in it. I can't remember, but I ended up ordering spinach. What was it? Like spinach mushroom nachos or whatever with like cheese on it, like vegan cheese. Everything's vegan. And I had this feeling, but I couldn't like exactly put the feeling into words. I just had this feel. But long story short, I ended up like getting that, and I got some lemonade on the side with it. And my friend asked me to rate the food, and I gave it like a 7, but then I went down. I was like, I'll give it a 6.5 because the taste was kind of off. Like it was something about it. Like it had like this chemically taste to it. And I was just like, it must be the cheese, because I mean, you can't really go wrong with like tortilla chips, spinach, and fucking mushrooms. I mean, you can if it's expired and shit, but it looked straight, but the cheese looked sus. And you know, for someone that is plant-based and loves cheese, like it's only certain cheeses that I use, or I got a text, or I'll make my cheese from scratch. But anyways, wow, so me and my 2 friends, we all ordered the same thing. We're just kind of standing there in a triangle, like watching each other try the food, trying the food and rating it. And then like right away, this rush went through my body, and like I felt like I was about to pass out. Like I felt dizzy. I felt like my vision was kind of slurring and getting blurry, and I felt like I was about to fall out. And I was like, and I stood back like, damn, guys. I'm smiling, like trying to be calm about it. I'm like, I don't know. Like this is making me feel where I think I need to sit down. And today it's been raining on and off, so the grass was a little damp and stuff. But luckily, everything works out. I ended up having like a flannel type like button collared shirt like over this, and so I ended up just taking it off. And plus, it was kind of humid out there anyway. And I just sat down on the grass and just kind of just did some breath work and relaxed, but I definitely did not feel good, and I did not finish it. I only had like 3 scoops of like the spinach, the mushroom, and the cheese on the chips, like 3 chips with that on it. And then after that, it was like, felt sick, like felt nauseous, felt like I was about to pass out, more so pass out than throw up. And I was like, yeah, I knew this cheese was weird. Like, I don't know, it kind of tasted like Dawn dish detergent, but at the same time like a chemically taste. And I'm like, I don't know, even to look at the cheese, like it was like it came out of like, it's like some Great Value or just Walmart type cheese that came out of a squeezy bottle or something like that. I'm just like, I don't know, look a little El Cheapo to me, but I'm gonna try it. I didn't think it was gonna make me feel like that. Like I'm just going with the flow, having fun, trying new things and stuff. So guys, like that, so I just threw everything away. Like I threw the lemonade away, I ended up throwing the food away, and I didn't want anything else that kind of messed me up a little bit, to where I was like, yeah, I don't even want to try anything else and spend any more money on anything here. I'm just gonna look around and stuff, after sitting down for almost like 15 minutes, gathering myself and breathing easy and not feeling sick anymore. So I was like, dang, that's the first thing I tried after not being here that long, and then I sit down and feel like I'm about to like pass out. So beforehand, like before getting there, I ended up, I was driving there, and from where I live to where I was going to Memphis, it's a 30-minute drive because I live in the suburbs. So I had to drive to Memphis 30 minutes, and I was on the phone with my friend, but long story short, I made the wrong turn, not once, but twice. And the GPS was on, the lady was telling me where to go, and somehow I still made the wrong turn. Like hearing her, I guess it entered my mind in a whole different language. And I was just like, okay, I've made the wrong turn before. Like I've done that a lot of times. But it was funny because I did that there and then got there. That incident happened, and leaving, going back home, 30-minute drive back home, I ended up making the wrong turn once instead of twice. But that's a total of 3 times going to that place or coming from that place. And then while being at that place, I kind of in a way got sick. So, my friend, he laughed and he was like, it must not be your day. Today must be one of those days. And I was like, oh, and on the way there, it just started pouring down raining like mad hard. Like it said it was going to rain today and thunderstorm like all day. And it didn't rain all day until I almost got there. And I was like pretty much like 3-ish, but it was supposed to have started to rain earlier today, like around 10, 11 or 12 or something, but it didn't rain. So I was just like, I am not looking at all of this like, oh, it wasn't my day. I just feel like my body or my higher self was like telling me something. I don't exactly know yet, but I know I will receive clarity. But what I can get, what I do feel like I'm being told is to be mindful and pay attention. And that's also kind of why I'm coming on here to talk to. I just want to say, guys, pay attention to what you're eating and what you're doing. Do your best to be present, just to be in that moment and just be mindful and aware of your surroundings, who you're talking to, what you're putting in your temple, what you're feeding your eyes and ears and mind and heart, because your body literally has your back. Just listen to it. Your body's gonna let you know what to do. It lets you know how you feel. Like when you're scared. Usually when people get scared, their hairs stand up. It's like our hairs are like our antennas. It lets us know, okay, I'm feeling fear right now, or you feel like you're in that fight or flight phase or moment. And or when you feel nervous or scared, your heart starts beating a lot. Or if you feel sad, you may feel that in your heart and your chest too, or just you just get this feeling of everything just kind of bland and you don't want to do anything or whatever. But your body's gonna let you know. So just treat your body with love and respect, to be mindful what you feed it and what you tell it. Because guys, this is our meat suit while we're here on earth. And although I have this feeling that we do reincarnate, because energy is never destroyed, it's only transferred. It can never be destroyed. And all we are is just energy, frequency, and vibrations. Although I do understand that and believe that, I also kind of do the whole YOLO thing in this moment. In this moment, I'm living here. This is my one life. So why not treat my body and myself and my atmosphere with respect and love, and be present with it and love it and adore it and just feel good about myself. And feeling good has a lot to do with eating right and drinking water and just meditating and going out in nature and just paying a fucking attention when you drive, so you don't get in a car wreck or go the wrong way and be completely off your route, and just extend the ETA time that you're supposed to get there, and just all that other stuff, guys. So I guess today I was being told to pay attention to simple things, I could have asked the vendor or the people at the truck, hey, what's in this? What type of cheese is this? Or like, because you know what, like I said, like I had this feel, like it came out super fast and it wasn't even super hot. And I was like, dang, they made that quick. Like it was already ready. And it was like, it looked fresh, but it didn't. And like I said, it had like a chemical taste to it. And like my body, like for the most part, like guys, I'm a clean eater and I'm plant-based. So, and I'm not really a messy plant-based eater. Like I said, clean eater. I mean, I have my moments where when I like to eat like cookies or ice cream. Nowadays, it's rare. Like before, not rare, but before, when I started going vegan, 2019, April 2019 is when I started my vegan journey. And I have not been 100% vegan. I am mainly plant-based. Just want to throw that out there. I also do enjoy having salmon or, yeah, from time to time or whatever. So I did start to put like a percentage on it, like 90% vegan, 10% salmon. But it's kind of like I do whatever feels good. But I really do lean more towards being plant-based because it just feels good. Like I feel lighter. I feel more energized. I feel more youthful, and yeah, it just works out for me. So, you know, whenever I feel like doing something else, that's when I do it. But in the meantime, I'm pretty much plant-based. But, you know, before I was definitely more into like more processed vegan foods or like snacks, just starting out, like still figuring out how to cook certain things or finding certain recipes to make stuff, or just wanting to actually get in the kitchen and make it, and, you know, stuff like that. But now that I do cook more and I know what I'm putting in my food, you know, going out to eat, I don't do it often, but when I do like to ask questions, or sometimes just bring my own water because I know it's fluoride free, or I know it's alkaline or whatever. But anyways, back to what I was saying, because I kind of went off tangent a little bit. But I could have asked her what kind of cheese it was, because I do believe it was a cheese. Like maybe the cheese had like high fructose corn syrup in it. And if anybody knows about high fructose corn syrup, it's pretty much poison. Like, just to sum it all up. And I mean, I know everything about it, but I know that it's not good for the body, and it's banned in a lot of countries, but not here in America. So do your research, guys. Don't take my word for it. Do your research on foods and the pros and cons and side effects of things, and you know, like I said, I take things with a grain of salt. Like, I'll listen, because everybody has their own opinions, and a lot of people's, what they say is like subjective, and you know, a lot of things are man-made, and a lot of things are his story and her story. So that's why I say really listen to your body and your intuition. We are all intuitive. Okay, once you start, I honestly believe once you become more in tune with your body, you will just always know what to do, what to say, like where to go, how to go about it, and it'll just be like a flow. It won't really be much of a thought process. I'm not saying that you're gonna be walking around being perfect all the time, but for the most part, you're like on your shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're very clairvoyant or intuitive, and you just feel like you're flowing with life. You just feel natural, organic, and good and stuff. But and I feel like you can get that way through meditation, through earthing, or they call it grounding, putting your feet on the ground, connecting back to nature, staying off your phone, like, or not just limiting your time being on your phone, like not being on it right before you go to bed. As soon as you wake up, being back on it, and, you know, limiting your consumption of like alcohol, or just avoiding it like period, and like smoking, and like just eating a lot of sugar and a lot of salt and a lot of stuff like that's processed and fried. It's, you know, just living an overall healthier life, and just being very mindful about what you're putting in your precious sacred temple. Like, it does matter. Like, health is wealth. That shit's real. When I feel healthy, I feel abundant, I feel free, I feel lively, I feel youthful, I feel like I want to laugh and smile and go out and do shit. I don't feel sluggish and fat and sorry and depressed and miserable and lazy. Like, you ever, okay, listen, you ever like ate something and you got like they call it I'm gonna say iga-itis? Yeah, like ate like some soul food, or for Thanksgiving or the holidays, they made the chicken legs, the turkey legs, the turkey leg, the chicken breast, the corn on the cob. Well, not so much of that, but like the pork, slabs, the hog maws, the meatballs, all that stuff. You ate all that, and then you're like stuffed, unbuttoning your pants, want to lay down, want to go to sleep. Like you just depleted and just done for the night or whatever, or you just go straight to dessert and then you're done. Like, yeah, it's probably because you ate too much, or because there's no judgments here. Like, there's really different strokes for different folks. I'm not over here like converting people to go vegan. Do what you fucking want. But you know, like, even as a plant-based eater, like, I feel like that can still happen to you, like if you just overeating when you're not even hungry anymore, you're just overdoing it, or whatever you're eating has a lot of sugar in it, a lot of processed, it's very processed, or like a lot of salt, and it is fried and stuff. Like, I definitely like to limit that. But this is my journey. This is what I like doing, my journey. And I notice a lot of people have been coming to me lately like, damn, like, how is it being vegan? I want to go vegan. I want to go pescatarian, then go to vegetarian, then go to vegan. Can you give me some like recipes or some tips and stuff? So a lot of people, like, I feel like this is the era of people like being more mindful of what they eat, and like not wanting to feel like shit anymore, and just wanting to go into a completely different route of like being healthy and feeling like happy and whole inside, because it just feels so good to just feel vital and youthful and energy and have a lot of endurance and stamina, and just want to get out the bed, like hop out that shit and like just be jumping around and feeling good, and not being like, oh, my neck, my back, like I'm so sore and tired all the time. Like, wanting to get up and do yoga and like work out and stretch, and having a very productive day, doing so much in your day and still not being tired, still not being drained, because you're taking care of your body, you're getting proper sleep, like the whole 9 yards. So I think the message for today is to be mindful, period. Pay attention to how you treat people, to your surroundings, to just like how you drive, how you talk to people, what you're listening to, what type of music you listen to, what type of movies you're watching, especially if you are experiencing like things in your life that you don't like if you always feel like you're in fights, or people are always gossiping and being dramatic around you, or you're always experiencing deaths in your family, or like you're always in wrecks, or you're just surrounded by that energy. What are you doing in your life? Like, some things will come up, like, what do you watch? What do you feed your subconscious mind? What do you feed your body? Like, what are you doing? What type of music are you listening to? I'm talking about like on a regular basis, like predominantly, what's your mood like? What's your vibe like? And I feel like you attract what you are, and your assumptions create. Law of assumption, law of attraction, the shit is real. So, I mean, for the people that is looking to do better, I would definitely say just, I'm not even saying go on a whole healing journey and go be vegan. I am saying just be mindful about what you're eating. Like, a lot of this starts with just what you're fucking eating. Sometimes we just eat because we're bored. We're not even hungry. A lot of us can only just eat once a day, one nice solid wholesome meal a day, and be good for the rest of the day, and then between time just drinking water and teas and be straight. But sometimes we feel like we have to eat because like it's there, because we have nothing else to do. Like, no, you can read a book, you can go outside, you can go play a sport, you can dance. It's so many things to do besides just eat. You know what I mean? And I know you guys feel it, like sometimes, like, damn, I'm not even hungry, but I'm about to eat, and then after you're done eating, you feel stuffed, like, damn, I could have just saved this for tomorrow. I didn't even have to eat all this. I wasn't even hungry. And then you regret it and feel bad. Like, no worries. I've been there. Be gentle with yourself. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm just saying, like, I know a lot of people have been coming up to me in regards to, like, asking for support in this area. And, like, while I'm still learning, I do know that being mindful and being present is very important. Being mindful while eating. Like, while you're eating, are you like on your phone texting while you're eating? Like, are you really paying attention to what you're eating and how you're chewing your food and swallowing it? Or are you so busy on your phone or watching TV or talking to somebody that you didn't even realize you ate all that food? Like, damn, I didn't even know I ate that. I didn't even feel like I just ate that food, because you wasn't being present. You weren't paying attention. Like, you were just eating to eat. Like, you were mindlessly eating. Versus like being present with the smell of the food, the texture, you know, the temperature of the food, the colors of the food, the amount of food that you have. And like when you're mindful, you can look at your plate or your bowl of food or whatever and be like, damn, I was so present and mindful about that. I'm full. I don't even need to finish this right now. I can save this for later. I'm good. And you know, that's how it works. And there's so many different ways to like go about this, but I definitely feel like, just guys, just pay attention. Pay attention. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask. If you're out and about and someone's feeding you, hey, what is this? What did you make this with? And if they get an attitude with you, that's another thing. If they catch an attitude with you, kind of like, damn, why you asking so many questions? And you're coming to them like with respect, like, hey, what did you make this with? Like, how did you make this? And I wouldn't even eat it. I don't know. Like, it's vibes. My alarm went off and it like stopped the video, but it's definitely vibes for me. Like, if someone catches an attitude when you're asking simple ass questions about their food that you didn't watch them cook, that you just want to know what you're putting in your body, I'd be like, you know what? I'm actually good. Or if you just want to pray over it, and just pray and intend that the food that you eat is healthy, delicious, and nutritious, and it's going in your body properly, and it's going to come out properly, you can do that too. But definitely be mindful, love yourself, love your body, health is wealth. Pay attention. All right, y'all. Peace and love. I'm out.